We're recording. Let's fire this thing up. I barely fit in it. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Sam, the would-be wheelman, and on this, the weekend of our nation's birth, we are celebrating with this piece of Americana. As American as George Washington, the Constitution, Carroll Shelby himself might as well have been a founding father. Carroll Shelby was a wheelman to his core, an endurance racer in fact. In the early 1950s, he would connect with the folks at Aston Martin for the first time, and in 1959, he would go on to win the 24 Hours of Le Mans in one of their cars. Within a year, however, a heart condition forced his retirement. But like a good Texan at the Alamo, undeterred by the long odds of his racing career, Shelby turned his sights to building a car that could compete on the European circuits. First, he went to his friends at Aston Martin, who turned him down. Eventually, he found a friend at the British-based AC Motor Company. You see, the AC Motor Company had lost their engine supplier, and Shelby saw an opportunity. Eventually, he convinced them to ship their car to his factory in Venice, California, where it would receive a 260 V8 engine. It would go on to receive the 289 before eventually graduating to this beast, the 427 Shelby Cobra. It is probably way too much power for this little machine. When Shelby built the Mark I in 1961, he was building a race car. He wanted it to compete in Europe, and that's exactly what he did. He took it to Le Mans, where it finished terribly. Every lap was about 10 seconds behind the leader. So he brought it back and hired Peter Brock, who eventually built him the Daytona Coupe. The Daytona Coupe did go on to win the GT class at Le Mans. It was highly successful, and to this day is among the most valuable Shelby cars ever produced. This is the 1966 Cobra 427. In 2007, one of these went at auction for $5.5 million. Although this is a replica and you can build those for anywhere from $25,000 on up to maybe $250,000. I'd maybe consider buying one of these one day, except fitting in it is a nightmare. I've had to stop several times because my legs are cramping. My feet are almost touching each other as it sits right now. And if there was a clutch pedal, I cannot imagine having to make that work. So I'm going to try to not mix up the gas pedal and the brake, because right now they are basically on top of each other. My line of sight is right at the top of the windshield, which really isn't doing anything for me. At this point, my forehead is taking the brunt of every bug that comes along my way. Alright, so I just want to show you what a chore it is to get into this car. I'm 6'5". That's what my driver's license says. Don't argue with the government. Well, let's just take a look here. Show you how hard it is for me to get in. No door handle on the outside. Pull the latch. Alright, so here, put the first leg in, always avoiding the exhaust pipe. And I'm gonna hold the camera here, put the other leg in, burn my hand on the very hot paint, and then I'm just gonna settle in here. The door won't even close in this position. All right. This is a true race car, and you know how I know that? Because I don't fit. Let's take just a second and do a quick walk around here. The body is made of fiberglass, unlike the original, which was aluminum. The original Cobras also had a single center lug. It's typically a dead giveaway of a replica like this one, with the 5 lug nuts. The motor is the original, the 427 side oiler. means that it feeds the crankshaft before it feeds the camshafts. Look at the dash here. Replica wooden steering wheel. You can see these gauges. You got oil pressure, water pressure, voltage, gas tank, RPMs, speedometer. You may not know this, but race cars don't have speedometers. In fact, when Shelby took his car to Europe to race it for the first time, they forced him to put a speedometer in the car. So you know what he did? He put a speedometer right there. It's ironic that the most famous American sports car started out as a British sports car. Maybe it's not that ironic when you consider that American started out as British. No, it's ironic. Special thanks to weddingcars.rent for lending me this Cobra today. You can find a link to their Instagram page here below in the comments, in the description I should say. And if you like this video, or even if you didn't like this video, go ahead and give us a like, subscribe, comment, do something. Maybe you can like the car and not me. But at any rate, thanks for watching. I literally have no idea where I am. Nor do I have any idea how to get back to where I was. This is not like driving your grandmother's station wagon. I'm sitting roughly on the asphalt, and I'm staring right at the top of this guy's wheel. I'm completely confident that he cannot see me. Undeterred by the long odds,